back. 3 episode rule has returned. It's been a little bit of a delay because we got to let the beat build with these shows. And we are reviewing the first 3 episodes of My Adventures with Superman. This is on Adult Swim via Cartoon Network.
Yep. Also appearing on Max, I think a couple of days after it drops on Adult Swim too.
Other than that, Main Spider can't hear AK Mr. AKA Lord Cartel. Find us on Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch, Elusive V, Blurred.com, Blurred Official on YouTube, Blurred-Proof Entertainment on all social media platforms. How you feeling tonight?
I'm pretty decent, man. We got a good show to talk about. It's Sunday night, so I'm going back to work tomorrow. Not looking forward to that, but hey, we're rocking out tonight.
We can't do NBC TikTok, so we actually go to work. So we're not gonna forfeit the bag for a potential bag. But shout out to everybody doing it. You know, I'm not watching. I'm not sending no gifts.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm good.
So
shout out to the wife reviews.
Shout out to wife reviews. Go watch them. They had a show following the TikTok twin of NBC's. I don't know if they're going to end up doing it, but get your flat irons, get your popcorn kernels, and make some magic happen. But My Adventures with Superman. So when I first saw the advertiser for the show, I thought it was like a anime version of Superman, or like a parody of Superman, or because it was on Adult Swim, but it's not.
No, I for sure think it's an anime. Like, I don't know what else you would call it. They got the emotions, the animation. Like, Superman literally has a Sailor Moon transformation. Everybody's been talking about it in the show. Like, that's an anime. That is an anime.
So I mean, the show pretty much opens with young Clark trying to get a kite out of the tree, and he sees a car swerving out of control. Mom's not paying attention. It's a pothole, and Clark, I guess, activates his Kryptonian heritage, and for the most part, he just has super strength for that part, so he can stop the car. It just drives away like nothing happened, like you didn't get saved by this little Caucasian kid. And then, and he does have super strength and flight for the most part of the first episode. He gets the kite down, wows his parents, and then it jumps maybe to adulthood. So he's, him and I don't get this infatuation with Negro Jimmy Olsen, but hey, fine.
Yeah,
Supergirl, Negro, and I think in the comics he might be one. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I saw the Supergirl first, and I was kind of confused then. And I mean, I don't think he's a bad character, but I don't see why they chose to make the switch. And then also, I mean, I guess it's Asian Lois.
She's Lois. In any rendition, she could be passed for an Asian character or some that's all the way back from Lois and Clark, New Adventures of Superman. Shout out to Terry Hatcher. I know Ben Shapiro's gonna hate woke Jimmy Olsen, but he had a 45-minute rant on the Barbie movie, which is relax. So they do parallels between Superman waking up and Lois Lane waking up, and Clark and Jimmy are interns, but Lois is actually working for the Daily Planet. And yeah, I mean, it was a pretty straightforward episode. So yeah, Leslie Willis in the first episode, she's stealing tech from someplace, and there's always some high-end technology firm that's making the robots they have no business making, but it could be for military purposes. Other than that, if you don't know who Leslie Willis is, she is Livewire for the DC fandom. So I do appreciate the good job they're doing of putting the young villains in there before they get turned into villains. You see young Live Wire, and in future episodes, you see young versions of other Superman villains.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see Lex so far. No Lex for the first 3 episodes, so you don't get that. Even Supergirl waited to put Lex out. I think Lex didn't show up to like 5th episode, 5th season, 4th season, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so no suit for him so far, and he only has 2 powers. So he has super strength and
Fight.
Like durability, I guess, because reasons. But
he took a black eye, so I wouldn't say like full on. Well, he got more durability than a regular person, but I ain't never seen a black eye on Superman before.
So in the first half, what did you think of this show so far? It was too happy-go-lucky to.
It was a little more chipper than I was expecting it to be, but I enjoyed it. It felt kind of like a kids show early on. I feel like it's for young adults, but I wouldn't say it's like an Adult Swim show. But I don't think it was bad. I like seeing the dichotomy between like how Lois Lane approached working at the Daily Planet versus how Jimmy and Soups. I enjoyed seeing. I actually like Perry's character. I thought he was a good straight man for the show, so I enjoyed their interactions with him. And
you like Negro Perry.
I did. I'm used to Negro Perry after seeing Lawrence Fishburne play him, and that was Man of Steel, wasn't it?
Yes, Lawrence Fishburne was Perry in Man of Steel.
Yeah, but trying to think what else was a high point. And then actually like seeing Superman kind of fumble with his powers a little bit, I thought was cool. Like you usually see a more polished up Superman, so I like to see a bit of the process of him becoming, full on Superman in this. I feel like this is the most relatable I've ever seen Superman, because I usually get bored by his story.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little different when the 3rd episode happened. How he usually, there was no capsule. There was like a whole
the whole building drop.
But 3rd episode aside, they so campy. They went to the little girl. They had their own little newspaper syndicate to get stories. So Lois went to her. Talk about the robots that got stolen, and they went back to Action Comics Superman that was just in jeans and a hoodie for the most part, and he could only have 2 powers. So, and he fought the robots and do the little Clark Kent Smallville thing. I gotta get out of here, and then up but he fought in normal street clothes. He had to, Lois had to be in dire strengths to him to upgrade his Kryptonian powers. So that was very anime-ish. So his eyes glowing, all things going in white, and very Sailor Moon-esque. But it was I mean, I don't like that part, but it happened.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily know the purpose behind it, other than to just say, yes, this is an anime. Like that's the only thing that signified to me, because like nothing about it seemed necessary, and they never repeated it, so it's not like a thing that they're doing again. It was just a thing that happened.
Definitely was. So Jimmy Olsen gets the pictures and trying to go to Perry, saying we got a story, and all the pictures were blurry because Superman was fighting so fast, or they was on the brink of death, or it was a hostile situation. So we go to episode 2. We got Leslie Willis. She's still alive. She's still running from. Now she's running from a mysterious secret organization that's trying to get her, and
it's the government.
It's the government. So I believe Clark Kent, he is it's going back to did he go back to the farm on that episode?
Yeah, yes, he went to the farm on episode 2.
Okay, so
Because
there was no.
He said he felt something in episode 1, and he wanted to understand what that was in episode 2. So yeah.
So there's no capsule to when he got there, but I don't know if they actually are going to do the Fortress of Solitude with this, but it looked like you got the Fortress of Solitude underneath the fucking farm.
Right.
They was digging that out, and you find it crazy. The mob, the Ma Kent looks like the mom from Steven Universe. Is just weird artwork for me. But so he goes to meet Jor-El, his dad, the hologram that basically in Man of Steel is in Superman and Lois. Well, his mom is mostly in Superman and Lois. Good show, CW. Go watch that. It's a good rendition of Superman. But Jor-El's talking in Kryptonian. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. But the ground starts collapsing, so he saves his parents while Jimmy and Lois are following Leslie Willis, who is meeting with young Deathstroke. Who would have thought? So Deathstroke is in this show, and he is working for Task Force X. If you've seen Young Justice, you've seen
Suicide Squad,
Unlimited. So Task Force X is basically the Suicide Squad in whatever rendition. Yeah, so Leslie put all these explosives throughout the city, just like cover her ass, and then Lois and Jimmy are in the sewers, and they find her, and then they go into a fight with her and Deathstroke, and then she basically gets turned into a live wire in this episode. So the system overloads in her suit, and Superman got to fight her, and Superman pretty much dispatched her pretty quickly. He gets the suit.
And the mom put the shorts on the suit.
Very classic.
Yeah.
So now you have official Superman, and the suit was very Sailor Moon-esque. He did not change it to this shaking this guy put on him by Jor-El, and Jor-El was very badass in this one. I like this.
Yeah, he looked like I thought it was Zod for a second. The way he looked, I was like, "Wait, okay."
He does not look like a scientist in this one. He looked like he fucking shit up in this one if he could. But Superman gets his suit. And what you feel about that episode 2?
So I liked that we are getting to see the journey of Clark understanding his Kryptonian history. I liked the typical Lois Lane thing of her getting herself into trouble. I think they modeled that well and updated the versions of like the heroes they included. Like, I liked seeing Slade in there. I liked seeing how Livewire became, Livewire. And then they also set up the next episode well with when they're getting up the rest of the technology, which I do have a theory that it's apocalyptic tech and they're gonna try to set up a dark side, but that's just my guess. But overall I thought it was really good. The Sailor Moon transformation again. I was never a big Sailor Moon fan, so like I never really got the excitement behind those type of transformations. I mean, they're not bad. I don't think it looked bad aesthetically, but I don't know what purpose it was to serve other than again to scream, this is an anime. Please think we're an anime, please.
I mean, the costume change is weird, but it was what it was. If that's the direction they're going in, as long as he doesn't do it every time he puts the suit on, just like put the damn suit on. But you see that episode 3. But at the end of episode 2, you seen Livewire on she got the shot collar on. She's on like a gurney, and they're asking her questions. And then you see Amanda Waller there. So she's setting up her little Suicide Squad for the most part. So now we've seen episode 3. Intergang is in there. So we've seen any Justice League iteration. There's a bunch of iterations of Intergang. Mostly, Intergang was on Superman cartoon back in the day. But if it's either Intergang or Revenge Squad, or it's a lot of iterations of Intergang. So this was Mist, Silver Banshee, and Rough House for that. So, and they gave Manowar gave them tech and pretty much gave him like a Mr. Freeze gun for the most part.
Mm-hmm. I thought they were going to like try to sneak Captain Cold into that, but that's not really the Superman villain anyway.
I mean, it's interchangeable, but mostly a Flash villain. And if that, but Silver Banshee is definitely a Superman villain.
Mm-hmm.
House, I've heard of him before. Like I gotta go way back to Superman cartoons. Mist is new to me, so
yeah, Mist I had never heard of before. I was like, oh, might be their own rendition, or I might gotta go dust off some comics to try to find them. But that was my first time seeing them for sure.
Yeah, so they make the new Intergang. Yeah, they basically just robbing banks. And Lois Lane is trying to bait out Superman to get an interview from Superman. So that was the basis of that episode. And Superman unlocked a new ability, which is heat vision, obviously, because they have the cold ray or whatever the fuck it is, and it can't turn it off. And it's basically just like an organic type of weaponry that can just like spread cold throughout the whole city. If you watch the old, not old, but if you watch The Batman, it's basically what Mr. Freeze was trying to do.
Yeah.
The whole fucking time. Yeah, I think the episode was solid.
Yeah, I think this is. I don't think they've had a bad episode yet. I like the setups that they're doing for future people to show up. I enjoy. Again, I enjoy seeing a Superman that is coming into being Superman. Lois, I don't necessarily love. She I feel like she just causes a lot more issues than she fixes. But I mean, in this show, she's kind of like the plot device for everything to happen. So I've come to accept it, I guess. And Black Jimmy is Black Jimmy.
And you see in the beginning of the episode, he does the actual Superman-esque type thing. Well, he didn't go into a phone booth and change, but
yeah, but he did the shirt rip, you know.
The shirt going through the alley, and then a blimp was crashing in the building, and then saved the guy and stopped the steel girder from crashing into people. So yeah, I'm not from here, but I'm for you guys.
Yeah. I do like how they try to flip the "it's a bird, it's a plane" into a YouTube channel for Jimmy. That was a nice little chibi moment, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they do. The references are always going to. So you want to do is a bird, is a plane. He building a single bound, stuff like that. I mean, episode 3 was solid. I don't know. Well, the only direction, I don't know where the direction will go beyond that, but we only do the 3 episodes. So I mean, is Lex going to show up? Is Lex not going to show up? Are they going to do like bring more Krypton? Because you're getting Krypton like flashbacks from what Jor-El put in his mind.
Also, very anime, like having the immediate like flashbacks to basically reference something that's going to happen in the future. But again, solid plot device. I can't say nail like 100% where it's going, but I mean they keep showing more and more characters, and I mean how a lot of those characters relate to Superman's history. So I mean you just guess events that are coming. Like eventually we're gonna get some type of reference to the Suicide Squad because Wahlberg's around. Deathstroke is gonna show up again as a direct villain instead of more of a. I guess he was more of an ally this time, sort of.
Or whoever's paying him.
Right. Whoever's paying him, and then I mean, we're gonna they put a major emphasis on this tech, so we're gonna eventually find out who that tech is coming from. Again, my theory is dark side for that, but I mean, there's a lot of people that make tech in the DC universe, so it could be any of them.
Yeah, I see a bunch of C-list villains for him to show up and fight. I mean, I don't see Lex coming now. There's no Kryptonite, so there's no Metallo
Right
now. Fight Solomon Grundy. We don't know. He could fight a lot of random just.
Right. I think they're gonna keep like the B-listers running for a little bit, and then like you get keep the C-listers going, and then you get a B-lister for like the season finale. That's my guess.
I'm assuming we're not getting Brainiac or anything like that. So
it could be Brainiac. Because I mean, if he's having flashbacks from Krypton, it could be one of the ones where Brainiac is the reason why the planet blew up, because they haven't shown anything about Zod. So I mean, those flashbacks do come into play. It could just be any other Kryptonian, or maybe it could be Brainiac. Yeah, but it's something from out there.
Other than that, he did unlock X-ray vision, I believe, in episode 3, because he was getting stuff like that. So we're gonna wait on Freeze Breath and all the multitude of powers that he's gonna have. So
yeah, Superman, he just figures out what he needs to do at the time to do it. He maybe a sonic clap comes or something. I'm sure they'll baby step him through like some of the abilities that he needs to get throughout the season to defeat the smaller tier villains. And then at the end, a major villain comes. They alluded to a lot in the 4th episode, but I know this is the 3 episode, so we're not going there yet. But bottom line, this is one of the better iterations of Superman I've seen in a little while.
So it's not going to get development treatment.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, dear Lord, no.
I like development. It was different.
It had some funny moments, but I don't know if I could sit through a whole season of that again.
Like, I like the origin of her glasses. I like the origin of Mystery Machine. Like Fred was more in depth of a character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You got a lot more there.
But if you look at it from the cringe factor, then yeah, I can see that. But it's a lot of this like stuff you would get from just like an origin standpoint. I know Scooby wasn't in it, but let's like relax. Yeah,
so I think how they put together the Mystery Inc. is well done. The mystery itself that they were solving, I didn't necessarily love, and then it got too meta with the meta commentary. Like they were talking about the show within the show, like in fourth wall breaks, and it was they jam packed a lot of different things in there to try to accept in a small amount of time. But I don't think it was as terrible as everybody tried to make it out to be, though.
Right. So I'm gonna keep watching my adventures with Superman.
If I had to put a rating on the first 3 episodes, I think it's a solid 8. I think it's one of the better shows that are coming out right now. I thoroughly recommend it if you are a fan of superhero stories, if you're a fan of coming of age stories. It's got a little bit of romance in there if you're going for that.
Were you a fan of the Flash movie?
No. But I also think that is nowhere near as bad as people are trying to make it out to be too. I think it's bad, but like people are trying to make it like the worst thing to ever exist, and it's like, it's on par with a couple of those Marvel movies. We're not going to go that far. What you think of Flash?
The first 10 minutes, boy,
Yeah, tough. The babies,
the CG babies was something. It was bad. I mean, it just looked bad. Like, and I don't know. It's just like when it was all on the bridge, like Ben Affleck Batman did not look like Batman. He looked uncomfortable, and he just looks. I don't know. That's a whole different other show.
The stunt doubles for Keaton was crazy. That was hilarious.
I like Michael Keaton. He made the most of what he could do.
Yeah, absolutely. He was the high point of the movie. There's no question there for me.
I like. Anytime Ezra Miller was out of that suit, he was fine. When he was in that suit, the suit just looked bad. I don't know. That's a whole different show, though.
I was having an argument with Charlie. He was saying that that's the best looking Flash suit that he's seen in live action. I was like,
no way.
Just get the one from the CW.
CW last season Flash, they got everything right. Everything just like, and they did the boots last. Like they just like, all right, we're gonna do these boots last and show you why he got the boots. And like, okay, and then everything just, it looked just like in the movie. Oh, this suit's tight. I'm like, yeah, the suit looks tight as fuck.
Yeah, I almost think that his past version with the spray painted bat suit had a better suit.
I ain't gonna go that far, but we can talk about that movie.
Yeah, we'll do a review of that one soon.
And why?
There's a lot to unpack there.
I can see why it bombed, but well, DC fans don't go out and watch the movies, but you know that's part of it. But that was a lot of money wasted.
They've been burned a lot though, so I can't blame them.
Shout out to the end. The ending was hilarious. That's probably the best part.
Yeah, because I was George Clooney randomly popping up. I wasn't expecting that. I got it, but I was like, oh, so you really fucked it up again. Very Flashpoint, so that makes sense.
I love it. Go watch My Adventures with Superman. I don't know what day it comes out. I think Sundays, I believe.
I believe it is Sundays. Sundays at
Adult Swim.
And then on Max, it's on there on Monday mornings.
It's solid. You got 20 minutes to spend. Go watch it. I'm not gonna shit on it. But there's a lot of other stuff out. Bleach is out.
Yep, that should be about 3 episodes. Same with Juju. Same with Jobless Reincarnation.
Jobless is out. Joe Boy about to come out. Gear 5.
Yeah, Zom 100. That's another one.
I'm surprised Zom 100 is on Netflix.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
So solid anime season. And then we'll get later on. Naruto will be back, so all the big 3 will be back at the same time. Good time to watch anime. Let you know that.
Yeah, this is probably the best year to be an anime fan in a minute. Like, 'cause, I mean, no matter the genre, something's coming for you. You still got the final part of Attack on Titan coming in November, or is that October? So one of those two. Again, you already mentioned Naruto coming back. Rurouni Kenshin is running again.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, it's a lot out there. It's a lot out there. Yeah, Trigun's came back this year. Like, it just the big titles. But then at the same time on the live action, and we got that One Piece show coming.
I guess August is the month of One Piece, so.
Yeah.
So, what, in your opinion, what's going to break the internet more, Gear 5, or is Ultra Instinct still going to be the topic?
I think Gear 5 is on like the hype that is getting. Between like the manga people that have already read it, the anime onlys that have been waiting for it. I think that's going to do a lot of damage internet wise.
And I seen the trailer, so it's a
I
lot.
mean,
Video games is a lot. Street Fighter 6 out, Mortal Kombat coming out. Second beta is out.
it's the year to blur. This is a good year to be a nerd. Like a fantastic year. Whether you're gaming, watching TV. I mean, yeah, the writer strike is hurting stuff, but that's not necessarily going to really hit until next year, content wise. Next year gonna be tough. Invincible coming. Oh my god, November 3rd. Man, that's man. I can't wait to do a 3-episode rule for that one.
We'll be back. We're gonna cover all that. Made Spider Can't Hear, AK Miss AK, Blur Cartel Files, pretty much everywhere. Wife reviews, go watch them. Support the ladies. You got Blur.com, Lulu's V, Blur the Crew Entertainment, then now podcast. He's all over the place doing everything he can, writing them articles.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of everything and trying to get better at it. So find me somewhere and watch my content. It's worth it. I promise you that.
See him at Blur. You see him at DreamCon, shake his hand. You know.
Yes, sir. And we'll have two anime shirts releasing at DreamCon. We got the DreamCon official tee, which is a Chainsaw Man tee with our version of Power, and then we have the Black Girls anime tee coming out with them in the Kakegurui outfit. So Jabami, everybody knows her.
See him, don't be a stranger. I mean, let you know we'll be back. Take the week off because we ain't gonna be here for
it depends on what time I get back. I think I get back from DreamCon next Sunday before the show will be aired. So you might do one, but I'm not gonna guarantee it depending on how everything goes.
I bet. Let us know. Also, let us know in the comments what shows you want us to cover. Because Bleach is about on episode 3. So, I mean, you want us to cover that. JJK, man, Gojo got packed up. So, I mean, you cover that. Cover whatever. So, you watching this, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Like, share, subscribe, all on Blur Group Entertainment. Whatever they got going on. Go to blurcom.com. Get some merch. You know, we'll be back with another review. 3-episode rule. My Adventures with Superman. Go watch it.
Go watch it.
But you know, we out of here for the night.